go.
It's recording. Okay. Hey, my name is Aiden,
I'm Diana.
and you're listening to D's.
Nuts.
So, um, I'm nervous. This is our first episode. Oh, sorry. Okay. This is our first episode of our podcast, season 1, episode 1. And since this was a what do you call it? A impulse decision. It's very last minute and we have nothing planned. So we're going to be talking about something very, very simple, school. Diana, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. I'm 17. I'm a Virgo, because y'all should know that. Um, I don't know
Favorite
what else.
artists?
At the moment, probably Dominic Fike.
Hmm.
Pretty good artist. I don't
Okay,
know what
well,
else.
I'm Aiden. I'm also 17 and I'm also Virgo. And my
Virgo
favorite
Punani.
artist is of course Ariana Grande, but right now I really like Bruno Mars. I've been listening to him a lot recently. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. So, school.
That's our topic for today. School.
Speaking of which, the people from school will probably be listening to this because we are going to post it on our stories for people to go listen.
Hey!
Um, I also have my water with me.
I should have got that. Also, sorry if y'all hear any background noises. This house is very loud.
Um, what topic do you want to go over first?
We can go over like the quicker ones, whatever thing would be
Okay.
more quick to go over.
So as y'all know, we are on online school. I'm shaking right now. I'm so nervous.
I keep laughing.
Um, we're online. We used to be in person. I hope we don't go back in person. I don't. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. Um, but let's talk about like the difference, especially for AP classes, because this is we both have wonderful experience with AP
Oh
classes.
god.
Um, this year I'm only taking 2 AP macro economics and AP statistics, which I'm shaking. I'm really nervous. We love macroeconomics, don't we?
No, we don't.
Um, I don't know.
Oh, and if you're from macro, I'm just saying, like, if people from school are watching this and y'all are taking AP macro with, is she
Yeah,
the only teacher that teaches it?
yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, if y'all are taking that class right now, everything I'm about to say, like, if y'all love that class, good for you. I don't understand. I don't.
Um, after almost 8 AP classes over the course of 3 years, I I think they're a waste.
No, literally.
Don't you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. It's a waste because like I really only took them because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get all this college credit, and then like I realized that
Mhm.
like doesn't really transfer over, which is
Nope.
kind of like I have to burp. I'm not going to burp. Um, what do you call it? Like a the college board is like it's not even like anything. It's literally just a company profiting off of students' education, off of public, free, government required education, which I think is like crazy because I spent so much money on AP classes, and like, yeah, they were nice and like preparing me for like other things, like especially with like AP Lang. I learned so much in the
Mm-hmm.
class, and like I
Yeah,
learned like a lot of valuable skills from like shaking.
I can hear it in your voice.
I'm nervous. I'm gonna like watch this back and I'm gonna be like,
I know, me too. I'm like, oh, why I look like that? Why did I say that?
Gemini.
No, but I think I feel like not even AP classes, but classes in general. It all depends on your teacher.
Literally.
Cause like AP Lang, um, yeah, it just all depends on your teacher. Cause I've had teachers where I can sit there and I can fall asleep listening to them, and then I have teachers where they just make things more exciting and they explain things better than others.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Like I've learned a lot of like life lessons and like school related skills when it comes to AP classes because like it's really like I don't think anyone I don't I think I don't think I should be saying this because like I might get rejected from colleges because we have the the rules about like no like cheating and stuff like that, but like
Mm.
a lot of kids cheat and like not like cheating, but we always find the easy way out, whether that's like f- finding the quickest way to finish our homework or like I don't know. I'm not gonna rat anyone out because I don't want
Yeah.
these businesses coming after me. College board, you heard nothing.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I think we should move on because this is getting me angry. Like the whole concept of these classes is stupid, and like, but I did enjoy taking them just because like the kids that were in there, like we were all going through it together,
That's
and
true.
the big group chats that we had were very fun. Um, before we get to like the fun stuff, we're gonna go over the boring stuff.
Mm.
So next we're gonna be talking about graduating. We're graduating in 2.5 months.
No, thank you.
Not
I remember being in middle school and looking up at seniors and being like, wow, I wish I was them. Like they're just so cool. They're so cool. They're seniors. Here I am as a senior and I don't want to be here. I I want to go back to being in maybe not middle school. I want to be back in 5th grade.
senioritis is killing me. Like, love. I really want to go. I I want graduation to come as soon as possible because I cannot stand it anymore. I'm tired of doing work. I literally thought senior year was gonna be so much fun and that we were gonna do all this cool stuff and we weren't gonna really have that much homework.
Right?
What happened to the original plot of the story?
Exactly.
I would like to
I
know.
had my siblings. They're all like, trust me, your senior year is gonna be really easy. Like your senior year is so easy. You're just relaxing the whole time. Sir, no. Mm-mm. My junior year was easier than this.
Mm, yeah, yeah. And keep in mind, my junior year, I was taking 3 APs. I was doing sports. I was going like I don't. I'm gonna. But going back to like the online school thing, I don't know how I was working the way I was when we were in school because I was waking up at 5:30 every morning, leaving the house by 7, getting to school, going through a bunch of periods of school, right? Getting homework, taking these AP classes. Um, but like two of them didn't even assign homework, so it wasn't even that bad. But um and then I would go to practice or games, and I wouldn't come home until like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And then I bust down my homework and do homework for a few hours, and then I go on Roblox and watch movies for another couple of hours, and then I go to bed and repeat, 5 days a week.
Mm-mm. I that's the same thing too. I don't know how I did that. I wake up, so not even like 6 in the morning because I had to make sure like my hair looked good for no particular reason. Make sure I look nice, and I'd be wide awake. And then I go to school like, hey, and then get home. But that was one thing. I would get home and like right away I'd take a nap, a good like 1 or 2 hour nap.
See, and now I don't even get dressed until almost 11 o'clock.
I don't even go to my zero period.
That's the one good thing about like doing online school is that like if you don't, the teacher can just like, oh, we don't have like a Zoom today because we're not doing anything.
That's true.
Like, oh, just do the homework. Like we already went over what we're doing, which is so much fun. Like I like not having to go. I because of that reason, I really only go to 2 classes and I just do the homework for the rest of them. Like so much fun.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm really excited to like graduate.
Me too. I can't wait.
Like I
I'm
feel like senior
terrified.
year would be so much better if we were in person. Thank you, Rona. But I think it was like spending senior year by myself. That's a weird thing. That is really weird. I mean, I have practice now, so like I see everyone, but it's like
Mhm.
it's not like the same, like seeing kids for like an hour, like three
No,
days.
yeah. Mm,
It's weird.
I don't know.
College acceptances. Very stressful.
Very, very, very. Especially when you don't hear back from the school you want to hear back from.
Would you like to tell the audience which schools you got into so far?
Oh my god, I'd love to. So far I have gotten
That was
into
so fake.
Cal State.
Oh my god, I
I
love
know.
to.
I don't. I'm waiting for other colleges, but they're taking their beautiful time. But I've gotten to Cal State San Bernardino, Cal State Chico, and UC Merced. Guys, I got into a UC. Can you believe that? Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Um, and I got into UC Riverside.
Woo!
Hey.
Wait, is that the only school you've gotten into so far?
Yes, because my other 4 have just not responded to me.
Wait, you only got into one so far?
One so far. Well, I take
What
that
did
back.
you
I
get
did get into
into?
GCU.
Or
No, if anyone or is from GCU listening, or anyone who is thinking about or planning on going to GCU, this is no hate towards the school whatsoever. But I applied and I thought I accidentally enrolled. I don't know how I did that, but they sent me an email with the student portal. No, like, and there was like no application like aspect of it. It was just like, oh, here's your major and here are your classes. I was like, classes?
Ooh.
For, for what? For what? I literally, I was like, oh my God, I enrolled into GCU without even knowing. Because like their application is so weird. Like you can, there's no essay. You just put in the classes you took. Not even the classes you took. You put in your GPA
Oh,
and then like your extracurriculars, and that's it. You press submit. And then I contacted the counselor and I was like, did I enroll? He was like, no, but you got accepted. And I was like, so why didn't you just send me an email? I was freaking out.
cause
I was stressing out for like 3 days, and I was like, guys, I don't want to pay the tuition. I don't want to pay it. Like, very
GCU.
bad time. But yeah, I'm waiting to hear back from 3 other UCs and a Cal State. Um, but yeah, like the application process was like not even like stressful, to be honest.
For me, it was. I was going through literally the hardest time of my life
I
at that
think,
point.
by the way, I'm wearing this hat because I got out of the shower and my hair looks like a mess. So, um, no, I think the waiting part is way more stressful than actually doing the application. Cause like I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun. I'm applying to college. And like I liked like clicking all the boxes. They were like, what are you? I was like, I'm Mexican now.
Oh my god, me too.
And like, I don't know, I just like enjoyed like clicking all the boxes and be like, oh, I did this and I did this. I did this, but now that I'm actually like here and we applied in, I applied early October, and then for the UCs I applied, was it November 30th, like right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Mine was like a few days before Thanksgiving. So it's been like 4 or 5 months. I didn't think about it until everyone else started getting accepted in like January. I was like, "Where's mine?"
no, literally.
Um, but yeah, I just because like there's a lot of people in our grade that are getting accepted to colleges that we applied to, and we haven't heard back from them, and it's stressful.
That's what's upsetting me.
It's
Cause come
just
on, I'm
the,
waiting.
the idea of the unknown. Now we're gonna get to the juicy stuff.
Oh
We'll go to embarrassing school stories.
God. Ooh, these are fun.
Do you want to go first? Do you want to embarrass yourself first, or should I embarrass myself first?
I'll go first just because this one's quick and this happened in elementary school.
Okay.
Um, I this was first grade. Yeah. So this was during recess. I had my cute little dress on. It was like green and it had like butterflies. It was super cute. Like I love my little dress. So I was playing in the big toy. I don't know what other people call it, like the big playground thing. We call it the big toy. Anyways, I saw this other girl wearing the same dress as me. And I just had to tell her, like, hey, we're wearing the same dress. But she was playing tag with someone, so she of course was like running around. And I was trying to get to her just to tell her, like, hey, look, we have the same dress. So I was practically like chasing her down because she was playing tag. So I'm like, hey, we have the same dress, but she was not paying attention to me. So I run up the stairs to the big toy and I like face plant onto like the step. And I get up like all dramatic, like, and then my friend goes, she's like, no, this random little girl looks at me. She's like, your lip, it's bleeding. And I was like all dramatic, like, and I was like, oh my God, I'm bleeding. And then, my friend, she took me to the aid, or is that what other people call them too?
Yeah.
People that, yeah. And I'm just like spitting blood on the way over there. So it was like a trail of just spit, blood, spit, blood. And then yeah, I went to the nurses, they called my parents. And the next day we had to take pictures for like a little like scrapbook. So there's a picture of me in my little like first grade year scrapbook, like this, with a big old lip. Super cute. With like dry blood on the side. So
If you
yeah.
were chasing me down the blacktop, I would be scared because you
Stop.
you were
I just
little
but you know what? Like
and your
I
hair
never
was never
got to tell
brushed.
her. That's true. My hair was never brushed. My hair was always all over the place. And now that I think about it, I never got to tell her that we had the same dress.
You were chasing her. Like I can imagine you chasing her. Get back here! I want to know that you're wearing the same dress as me.
I don't know why I was running after her so fast. She was going down the slide, and as I was like chasing her to get to the slide, I tripped, and I was like,
Hey,
"There's random little girl just sitting there." I'm not gonna say anything because that's kind of rude, but she was just sitting there. She was like, "Your
come
lip
back!
is
Come back!
bleeding." No, literally, I was like, hey, like, come here, like, we have the same dress, we have the same dress. But she was so into her tag game that she did not pay attention to me. But yeah,
She probably got her karma.
I hope she did.
Okay, well, I have many embarrassing stories, and one just popped into my head, and I don't know if I want to share it, but I'm going to share it anyways. So, seventh grade, I was in class. I was in history, I think, because I had the same teacher first and second period, history and English. So we would just stay in there. And this is really embarrassing, but
Oh god.
I had recently found out what whistle tones were. The Mariah Carey thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I thought, I'm going to be a superstar. I'm going to be the next big thing. in the music industry because I'm a vocalist, right? Wrong.
Oh God.
I would do these whistle tones because I had not hit puberty. Like my voice was very, very high, very high. So I could do a lot of things with it. A lot. Like it was crazy. So I was doing these whistle tones in class when it was dead quiet because
Oh.
I thought, oh, people are gonna think I'm so talented, right? And it was dark. We were looking at a presentation, a PowerPoint, and the teacher goes, "Who's ever?"
God.
She goes, "Whoever's meowing like a cat, can they please stop?" My heart
Was that
sank.
you?
She was talking to me because
I've
my
never heard this story before.
because I'm embarrassed by it. My heart sank, and I was like, "Oh my god, who's making that noise?" Keep in mind, I'm sitting like sideways on my desk, hunched over, trying to do it. Um, Someone that we go to school with was staring right at me, and they knew it was me. And I am terrified that they still remember and
Oh
that they
God.
think about it.
Oh
It's like that's
God.
embarrassing. I don't want anyone to know that. Well, I just told everyone, so
Wow. That no. Why? See, but that reminds me of something that happened to me in fifth grade. Um, I I can't say names, so um, we were having like it was pretty much like free time. We were all like writing books, and I found my friend. I was like, hey, I can do like Cat's Laugh from Victorious. So the whole time, like for just like 20 minutes straight, I'm like, laughing like cat. And my teacher, male teacher, everyone was like terrified of him. Like gets up and he's like, whoever is laughing like that needs to stop. And he like slams a book on the floor and everyone just like froze and everyone was terrified. I was like 10 times more scared because I was the one laughing like that. It's like whoever's laughing like that needs to stop. And I wanted to cry so bad. Ever since that, I never made that laugh ever again.
I would have
Terrified.
bawled my eyes out.
I wanted to. I was shaking. I'm pretty sure he knew it was me because I was sitting like right across from him. But
Can you do it now?
no, thank you. I'll pass.
Lame. Okay, that also reminds me of freshman year. I have a lot of embarrassing stories freshman year because, like, like I'm working on it now, but I'm attention whore. Like, I love attention and I like being like
Hmm.
funny and stuff like that. But freshman year in biology, this is like around when like James Charles like hit his like he was like on the rise. Like he was
Hmm.
obviously on the rise like beforehand, but like this is like where like really
Yeah.
started going. And the Hey Sisters things were or Hi Sisters was going around.
Hmm.
And I did it one time and my friend told me, they're like, oh my God, like you sound like him because I had a high pitched voice. So
Hmm.
anything reminded them of other people. So I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I would walk into biology because there was this kid that sat next to me and like he thought it was funny. Like he just thought it was funny. So I'd walk in and be like, hey sisters. And like obviously that's not how I did it, but um
Yeah.
I did it so often that she was like, if you do it one more time, I will literally like send you outside. And I literally looked at her and I shrunk. Like I physically shrunk, and I was like,
Mm-mm.
no need. And I was like, and all the kids in the classroom were like, because they kind of liked it. They kind of liked it. They thought it was funny, except her, and she got so annoyed because I did it like 5 times a day for like a month straight. Um,
Oh
I mean, it's
God.
not that embarrassing, but I mean that also is in correlation with another teacher thinking I started a cult. So
Oh my. No, all my like really embarrassing moments were all 8th grade, but that involves a couple people that I yeah. Those no, not, I don't want to say anything. Just gonna keep it that a lot of my embarrassing moments were in 8th grade.
I'll talk about my embarrassing cult then.
Go for it.
So a lot because I was saying hi sisters so much and people thought it was funny, I got a piece of paper in bio and I passed it around the room and I said, sign your name. Just sign your name. That's all I wanted. I wanted to see how many signatures I could get. For nothing. I wasn't going to use them for anything. And I got a lot of signatures. I got like I got over 100 signatures. Like I got a lot. And we went into Avid. You know which Avid teacher I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Freshman year. And she goes, I was asking people to sign it, and then she was like, "What are you starting a cult, Aiden?" I was like, "No." I'm like, why would you think that? Like, she's like, she
Mm-hmm.
warned everyone. She's like, don't start a cult. Like, don't sign his thing. Like, he's starting a cult and he's gonna sell your soul. I was like, what the heck? What did I ever do to you?
Oh my God. Of course.
And like, this was during like tutorials.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, just leave me alone. Let me get like signatures. I went out to lunch. I got more signatures. I came back and they were because I also had them for English. And there were new people in that class. So I was like, sign this paper. Like, I wanted
Mm-hmm.
more signatures. And they were like, okay. And she was like, Aiden. And she moved my desk. So I was isolated from the class. I was
That
like,
reminds
class
me
didn't
when
even
she
start
used to
yet.
move me.
And she told everyone, like 60 people in like, because it was 30 kids in one class, 30 kids in another class. She stood up and told them, don't sign my paper because I'm starting a cult and I'm dangerous. So I
Oh
did
my God. Of
this
course you
paper
did.
and everything was fine after. But I was like, love, I literally not starting a cult, but okay. Okay.
Mm-mm. I like how all of our stories just are like the next thing is like, oh, that reminds me, because that reminds me of 8th grade, which is all kind of embarrassing too, because I went through that whole Cars phase, like the Disney movie Cars.
Lightning McQueen.
So
Good job.
yeah, I had like a whole little obsession with Lightning McQueen. I still have so many little Lightning McQueen things here and there. But yeah, so I made a paper because my friends were like, no, like I don't know why I had so much hatred towards Sally, which is another car in the movie. So I was like, no, like I don't like Sally, like she sucks. It's all about like Lightning McQueen. And they're like, no, Sally's better. And I was like, no. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a paper and I'll make half of it Lightning McQueen and the other half Sally. And I'm gonna pass it around to random people and they have to sign like who they think is better. So this was during lunch. We started going up to so many people. People started signing, who they thought. I ended up going to someone in particular to their table and his friend group, and they were all signing. So
The
I have
someone
this.
in particular is her little boo crush thing.
So his signature or his name is on there, and I still have that paper. Crazy.
What if he watches?
And then I got to like some. That's why I don't want to mention anything. But and then this paper ended up going to people that like I've never came in contact with. Like I can say like the more like popular people. Like, anyways, I remember these like boys started making like a big deal of it. Like, oh no, like Rainbow Queen's better. Like, no, Sally's better. And the principal came, and I was like, I'm scared. Like, I was terrified because I hated getting in trouble. Like I was terrified of that stuff. And she's like, "What are you guys like talking about? Why is such a big group over here?" And they're like, "Oh, because she has a paper saying like who's better, like McQueen or Sally." And I was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna get mad at me." But no, she voted. My principal voted, and she voted for Lightning McQueen, and I was so happy. She was like, "Oh my god, is this like the movie Cars?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she voted Lightning McQueen, and I was like, "There you go." So Lightning McQueen ended up winning, of course, but that just reminded me of the signing the paper thing. And he, never mind. But yeah,
If you're listening, you know who you are. She still has it. Ooh, ooh.
stop,
Um,
stop.
I also want to talk about like my wedding. You were there,
Oh my god.
and I thought it was so cool and so funny. And I look back at it, I look so bad. I walked really weird. I ran away, and I was built funny, and I still like I that was embarrassing. No one told me no. No one told me no. Someone told me no, I probably wouldn't have done it, but some people told me yeah. Everyone was like,
Yeah,
yeah, do it, marry
no
yourself.
one could tell you no.
So, for those of you who don't know, my freshman year, on December 13th, I think, of 2017, I decided I was going to marry myself. And so how this came about is I had this really big jacket and it was cold at PE, so I was wearing it and I was like, I don't know how this came to my dad, but I was like, oh, this reminds me of like a veil at like a wedding. It was a black jacket. So I was like, I'm gonna marry myself. Like I'm going to do it. 2 days later, I I went home and I made a veil and I brought a speaker and decorations and I had bridesmaids and groomsmen and a pastor. I had someone walk me down the aisle and I had a photographer. This was a big event. And like at this point and I kind of sat like not in the part of the school where like there was a lot of people at this point in time. So like but there was still like a good like 200 people there. And so I this was at lunch and so um I got the veil out and then all of a sudden my pastor decides to like ditch. They're like, "Oh, like I just can't do it anymore. Like I'm not prepared." So someone got a senior to be the pastor and he did a really good job. But because he was a senior, keep in mind that he was a senior because this is going to come into play later. Um, so I'm getting walked down the aisle. I have a veil on my head, and then I have my photographer taking pictures, and then I like am marrying myself. I'm taking off the veil, putting on the veil, switching sides, saying I do, trying to kiss myself, and I had like five bridesmaids and five groomsmen. Like there was a lot of people there. And then I had people up in the back holding up decorations and stuff. It was embarrassing. And yeah, it got onto a lot of people's Snapchat, especially the seniors, because the pastor was a senior and he was like ASB president, I think. So I went around the school for the rest of the day. I was like, oh my God, you're the kid who married himself. Like you had a wedding, like why didn't you invite me? And I was getting this from like all grades above me and that I didn't know who they were for like the next because this was at lunch. So we had two more periods. And like those were 2 hours were crazy because it was and I didn't even have Snapchat at the time. So I didn't know.
Wow, you must have loved the attention.
I was like, oh my God, everyone loves me. Everyone thinks I'm so funny. And then I was like, I have to outdo myself. I have to do something big. I was like, let
Oh
me
my
plan
god.
my own funeral and I'll do it at a pep rally. Good thing I didn't actually go through with it because I didn't have a
Yeah,
coffin.
well,
I was like,
ugh,
God, one thing I'm missing is a coffin. I don't know how I'm gonna get a coffin. And I literally was like looking up affordable coffins on the internet. I was like, I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one. I was like, I have fans now. Let me go make merch. And I designed merch. I was like, are you guys gonna buy it? And everyone's like, yeah, I'll
Did you
buy it.
actually design something?
I designed merch with my
Oh
wedding
my
photos on
gosh.
it. And then
No way.
no one bought it because like I never got it made. But I did design a line. And then I posted it on Instagram, and for a while it was like, at the time it was my most like Instagram picture. Like it was a moment. It was a moment. But like the more I look back at it, like it was kind of cringy and very embarrassing. Oh,
Oh God.
and then my sophomore year, because someone was in my class, I wanted attention. And I told my teacher like, I was like, hey, did you know that like it's my wedding anniversary? And they're like, what? And everyone looked at me and I was like, yeah. And
Oh
then
God.
I was like, yeah, like I married myself like a year ago. It opened up a conversation though. And yeah. And then I reposted my pictures 1 year later. I was like, 1 year to myself. And that ended up being one of my most liked pictures for a while too. Celebrity
I
teens.
could never. I don't know how you did that.
So I had balls.
No, thank you.
I don't think I would be able to do that now. Actually, yes, I would.
Yeah, you would.
Do you have any more embarrassing stories? Because I have a lot.
I have a lot, but they all involve someone that I don't really want to talk about.
She was thrown in a trash can.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. My friend at my BFF now, but the girl who I hated the most at the time, she would tie my hoodie and like multiple times, so to the point where like it would take me a while to get it undone, or I would like stand there stuck. And she would throw me in a trash can. And it's funny because at the time, like I didn't, maybe I don't know. So once I should do this in the morning, right before first period, she tied my hoodie up, and I couldn't see because I had my hood up, and she put me in the trash can. The bell rung, and they walked away. She walked away. She walked away. So I was in the trash can alone with my hoodie tied up, struggling to get out of the trash can. You'd think people would help, right? No. People walked by me, looking at me, like people probably thought I was dumb.
And no one's gonna help her. Wow. What
Wow.
kind of world we live? They say, y'all see some? I don't see
It was
them.
so embarrassing, but like,
Helen Keller
mm-mm,
vibes.
I hate it. I was so embarrassed. She did it a couple times, or she would throw my food away. Made me cry a couple times. She would throw my backpack in the trash. It's not even embarrassing at this point. It's just like me telling you guys how many times like she bullied me.
Keep in mind, this person will be joining us later on.
Yeah. um. Yeah, we would be in the restroom and she'd like throw water on me. Like she'd grab water from the sink and just throw it on me. Or every time I was wearing a hoodie, she would tie me up, whether it was my hood and like my hood strings, or like she'd like pull my sleeves and like tie my sleeves behind my back. Wow, I got bullied and I didn't even realize it. But yeah, and I hated her. I hated her. And now we're besties for life. So I'm pretty sure y'all know who she is if y'all are from school.
Um, these are not related, but it got me thinking about how I held my own concert freshman year too in Avid. It was Christmas, so it was like a few days after my wedding. I can see you
This
rolling
was
your
freshman
eyes.
year?
Huh?
This was freshman year?
Yeah. So it was a few days
Oh.
after my wedding, right? And I was like, no one's in the Christmas spirit. We need to get people in the Christmas spirit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to perform. So I turned on Christmas music and I got up before the bell rang and started dancing and singing. I was like, come on, y'all. And everyone was like clapping their hands. They were like, hey, 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 hey.
Yeah, all this.
And then I was like, I'm gonna do this for every period for the rest of the day. So I went into fifth period, which was the same class, same teacher. But I was like, but it was when the bell was like, it was during passing period. So everyone was coming in. I was like, come on, guys, get in the Christmas spirit. No one could hear the music because everyone was talking. So if you were sitting in the desk, it just looked like I was having a seizure in the front of the class and no one was helping.
Oh my god, I don't know how you do those things. But then again, you're Aiden.
I don't know how I do a lot of things. Like, I mean, I probably could do it now, but I don't want to because I don't want to be embarrassed anymore. And I know someone has these videos. People have these videos saved onto their Snapchat memories. So please do not post them. Thank you.
Oh
Um,
god.
I don't know how much time we have left, but um, we can talk about crushes and drama. Pick your poison.
Let's see. See, I don't have a lot of drama. I have more crushes.
Okay, then talk about crushes. My throat just made a weird noise.
I heard
Sound
it.
like a little grandma.
um, oh, I don't want to talk about a specific someone, even though I'm pretty sure. Never mind. I don't want. I feel like
They're
I'm
not
just,
gonna watch.
I don't know. What they do. Anyways, ooh, okay. This was seventh grade.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was so. It was a summer before going into seventh grade. You know, my family has this like we go on family vacation every year. So we go, we're on our way to Mexico and we're at the airport and we're waiting for our plane and I'm sitting down and I look and I was like, that kid looks really familiar. Long story short, it was someone from school. And I was like, wow, what a coincidence that like, someone from school is gonna go into the same plane as me. Like, that's so
Plane?
weird, right? Yeah, they were getting onto the same flight as me.
Oh,
So someone from school, like, yeah. And then the funny thing was that my mom and his mom knew each other. But keep in mind, like me and this boy did not talk at all. Like we didn't like yeah. So anyways, summer ends, school comes, we ended up having math together. I was like, oh my god, it's him. I have a crush on him now. Like, well, I developed not really developed feelings, but I started like on the plane, like when we landed, I was like, oh my god, like wait, he's kind of cute. And I was like, I'm like on a plane right now with someone from school. And I was like, he's kind of cute, and he's like a soccer player at the time. I think he still is like like one of the soccer player boys. Um, yeah, school came around, and I was like, oh my god, like I think I like him. He even had his own nickname or code name. I think it was Rock. It was Rock. And I think only someone else knows that. Um, but yeah, I had a crush on someone, and then now I look back at it, and I'm like, he was so not my type. I don't know why I liked him, just because I saw him at an airport.
you said wait. Let me rethink. Um,
And I only liked him for that year, and I was like, that's it. I was like,
I don't really I have not really had any, but the ones that I have had are very upsetting to me, at least, because I was like, what did I act like that? Middle school, seventh grade, I had just moved from my other school to the school that we went to, and I was, and
mm-hmm.
it was like a few months, and I was like, I kind of like this girl, and then I don't even know like why. Like it just came out of nowhere. I don't even think it was a real crush, but um I told my friend and they were like, "Why?" And I was like, "Okay. What do you mean why?" And then they're like, "Why? Like what is it?" And I was like, "I don't know, like I like that like she's like, she knows what she wants. She's like independent and like she's strong and stuff like that."
Hmm.
And so they told her. I was like, I'm literally going to beat you up and throw you in a river, and you are never going to be seen alive again.
Oh my god.
I will ruin your credit score, and you will go file for bankruptcy, and you will never be able to buy a car again.
Bruh.
But yeah, and like I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, like they just don't feel the same way. And I was like, no one asked. No one asked.
Oh god.
So, and I just
That's
kind of
why.
sat there. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
There was another person, right? Also seventh grade. So
Okay.
this was before the story that I just told. It was right like
Hmm.
2 weeks after. 2 weeks after.
Hmm.
And like 2 weeks after I had moved and was in PE and like I made these friends. Like she doesn't go to school with us anymore. Like she moved across the country. Um, but we were in PE together, and I was like she was like really nice, and we got along like really well. And I would like when we would wait for like our parents to pick us up, like we'd wait together like out of the top and just talk, right? And then my brain was like, "You like them?" And I was like, "No, like we're just friends, right?" And then at the time, I was in one of our friends' older sister's quince. Um, I was at I told Valerie, our friend Valerie, and I was like,
Hmm.
because she hadn't moved to our school yet. I was like, yeah, like I think I like this person, and she told my mom. Because I had balls. I had balls. I was like, I told Valerie, I was like, maybe I'll like ask her out. Like maybe I'll do it. I had balls, and then, um, so she told my mom, and like my mom was like, not teasing me, but we got on the way home from her house. My mom was like, so I found out you like someone. Is it true? I was like, no. She's like, it's okay. You can tell me. I was like, no, stop. Turn on the music. Ooh, it's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. Cause I got me for life. But
Hashtag bring back musically.
um yeah. And then the next day at school, I was like, I don't like you anymore.
I,
I didn't say that to her, but like it was just in my head. Cause I was like, I'm too embarrassed. Yeah.
mm, crushes. I've had some. That makes me sound weird, but I've had plenty, and I never got around to telling them because, I just I don't want to tell them and then being like, it's like, but
I've told one.
I told.
Yeah. Yeah, freshman year, like towards the end, I was like, same thing happened out of nowhere. I was just like, oh my god, I like her. I was like, and something in my head was just like, she likes me too, because she sat
you
behind.
know,
Say what was it?
sometimes it's just sometimes it's just best to listen to your gut because later on it can change and you'll regret something.
Well, so she sat behind me in English because we had moved seats like every couple of weeks, right? She sat behind me in English. Um, uh, and we like would talk and like we'd like laugh and like we're friends now. Like we've been friends ever since. But like we would just like laugh and like we got along like really well. And I had other classes with her, and I was like, I don't know, like I think she likes me. I think she likes me because she laughs at my jokes. Everyone laughs at my jokes. Um, and so then I don't know if it was over. I think it was over the summer. I texted her on Snapchat at like midnight, and I was like,
I would
"Hey,"
do that. That's a fuckboy move.
I was like, "Oh yeah, like I've liked you for like a little bit now, like not that long, but like I don't really care. Like it doesn't like if you don't feel the same way, that's completely fine." She's like, "Sorry, I don't, but that's like we can still be friends because I like really like you as a friend. Like you're really really funny." I was like, "Yeah, like for sure." And like we've been friends ever since. Like, not we're not like close friends, but like when we like talk, like like when we were in school, like it was fun.
Ah, crushes.
I don't know if I should say this now, but she has a girlfriend now, and they are so cute.
She has a girlfriend? I think I know who it is.
They're
My
really
chair's
cute.
making a lot of weird noises.
They are so nice. I love them. But yeah, my hat is
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna tell you that. Like, yeah.
I don't know if this was a fun podcast.
I'm sure school wasn't fun, but next time we'll have another guest and other topics. But
A little secret. She'll be she's coming. She's coming. But I don't know if this podcast was entertaining or fun. Maybe I'll add some like elevator music in the back so it's a little groovy when you listen to it. Um but
I wonder how this is gonna do. I wonder how long we're gonna do this. I wonder if like is it just gonna go on for like a month and be like no one's watching anyways, or like we'll be in college and like still doing this.
I hope, because I mean it's fun. This is something I've always wanted to do. My hat keeps
Well, here
disappearing.
we are. I know.
I look like
Watch me.
the
This is
thimble.
my microphone for today. So if y'all saw me like here, like
I could
this
literally
was
be
my
like
microphone for today.
this.
ASMR videos.
Um,
Um, but yeah, I have so many other stories, but it's just like I don't want to share them on here.
we can do an episode on that. Yeah, this is the first episode of These Nuts.
Woo! That's actually what we called it. I didn't
We,
think that's gonna be the name.
um, yeah, we're still thinking on a name. So if
If
if we upload
it
this
changes.
and there's a different name, but we're calling it These Nuts, we changed it after filming this because we literally said let's start
Oh
a podcast,
god.
and this morning, yeah, we did.
Literally, I just
So
I
yeah,
feel like I'm talking to my private story right now.
this was fun. I enjoyed it. We're supposed to have a third guest right now, but she said I don't want to. I'm tired.
She she said right now, y'all didn't talk about this. And we were talking about it in the group chat.
Anyways, next time we might talk about the universe. We might talk about Hollywood. We might talk about who
These
knows? We might
nuts.
talk about physics. We might talk about how stars are born, how penguins can't fly. Who
Do
knows?
ghosts exist? Do aliens exist? Do witches exist?
Am I a psychic? Um, but yeah, I think this is a good place to wrap. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like rap, like actual rap. I was like, you're gonna rap right now. But yeah, I think it's yeah.
Ooh, plug your social medias.
plug my social medias.
Yeah, tell them where they can find you.
My I'm not gonna give away my Snap just because the username is very old. But my Instagram is Palacios __ Diana. There's two underscores. And then my TikTok, which is Palacios _. Actually, I don't even know. Yeah, it's Diana _. There you
And you can my brother just walked in. I said out.
go. My mom tried walking in earlier.
Um, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter at Aiden Muniz, AIDEN and MUNIZ. But my Twitter has two I's in Muniz, MUNIIZ, because someone out there apparently has my name, and I'm going to get it one day. I'm going to get it. I refuse to have two I's. But yeah, thanks for listening to these nuts. Or insert other name here. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.